Hello, everyone. I'm Christopher M. Michaud. I'm just sitting here getting ready for the next episode of Canadianism and just going over my notes here. But while I was doing this, I kind of realized, it feels like I'm putting together one of those nightly newscasts all the time. This is different than a different medium than I do, which is usually writing. But and on the radio when I was younger, I went back in Montreal. But it brought me back to a time when we were all, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. So I'm going to tell a quick story, but um, if you remember back in the day, we'd all gather around the set at 6 o'clock to watch the news. Everyone had to watch the news at 6. And then afterwards, we'd watch TV. Thursdays, we had must-see TV, and it was scheduled and everybody was in sync. We'd watch together. Even when we were kids in school, we'd run home from lunch, drop our bag on the couch to get into the living room as fast as we could to see our episode of Max, the 2,000-year-old mouse up here in Canada, sandwiched by an episode of Rocket Robin Hood and the Flintstones, or maybe Pink Panther on the off week. They would change it up on us. But what I'm getting at is we were all in sync. We were kind of experiencing it all at the same time. And now it's, and the next morning, even with work, everybody would watch the Thursday night thing. And then the next day, everybody would be at work talking about it. And they'd have a common thing because they experienced it all at the same time, the same way. But now everyone's living in a different information stream on their own pace, which I guess is a good thing, but it also creates different stories at different times, different priorities emerge, and different versions. This is the most important part, different versions of Canada because of the different algorithms and the different news feeds we're all seeing the country through. So after a while, what happens is we end up connecting to each other. And we grow more and more apart, and we're not experiencing the country in the same way anymore. It's actually a different country for everybody. And I think my personal opinion is I think that we, as Canadians, miss that sense of connection a lot more than we realize. Anyways, just something to think about. I got to get that call and get back to work, but we'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe.